Hi guys, today I wanted to talk about Simon Peter and all of Jesus' disciples. My favorite, Simon Peter, it was Jesus' right-hand man first. I don't know if you guys have watched The Chosen yet, but it is awesome. It really breaks it down and shows you what kind of person Jesus really was. Not like an old back in the day film where it's hard to sit through. It's awesome. Okay, so Simon Peter was a fisherman. He had a wife. Her name was Eden. She was a very faithful woman. Simon was a very stubborn man, and it definitely shows it in that film. He had a very hard time listening to what Jesus was telling him to do when Jesus first came to him. His mother-in-law was named Emma, and she was sick with a high fever, and Jesus, he came into Simon's house and he laid his hand on her and he rebuked the fever, and she immediately sat up and served them. Okay, so Simon had gotten himself into some deep trouble with the Romans. Back then, paying your taxes was almost like it is now. If you don't pay your taxes, they take your home. And Simon and his brother and everybody was behind on their taxes, and they were fearful of the Romans. So Simon made a deal. This deal was made with a Roman magistrate called Quintus. He was a horrible man. Quintus wanted Peter to turn on his competition. So everyone is fishing. This is how they make their money. They're fishing, and Sabbath day, Sunday, you were not supposed to work. Well, the Romans was like, tell me who's fishing at night on Sabbath day, and your taxes are cleared. He was like, Simon was going to do it, and his brother was totally against it, trying to talk him out of it, saying, we can't do that to our people. Well, the night that Simon was about to turn these people in, about to catch them in the act, Simon was on the boat with them. He was about to tell them they're right there. Something came to him, and he was just like, I can't do it. I need to lead them astray. Well, he led them astray. He didn't go through with it, and he ended up going to a bar, and his competition was there at the table. And he ended up telling them what was going to happen if he didn't tell on them, and what was going to happen if he did tell on them, and they were angry. Well, Simon and his buddies, they are like, you know what? We're going to fish one last time. We are going to try to save your home. We're going to try to save your brother's home. We're going to do this. We're going to give it one last shot. They fished all night long. Nothing. Not one fish. So morning came, and they were putting up their fishing stuff. They got to shore, and Jesus was on land preaching. He approached Simon and said, hey, these people can't hear me speak. Do you mind if I use your boat so they can hear me? And Simon's like, I don't really got time for that. And his brother Andrew was like, sure, come on. He knew he was the Son of God. He had already met him. So his last parable was about fishing, and about how when it comes time for us to go to heaven, it's going to be like fishing. And fishermen, good fish, they're going to keep, and they're going to go to heaven, and the bad fish they're going to throw out, and they're going to throw them into the firing pit of hell. He tells Simon, once he's done teaching, he says, throw it out. Simon's like, I just did this all night long. I'm tired. We didn't get nothing. And Jesus just stands there looking at him like, do it. He's all, okay. He throws it in, him and his brother, and then all of a sudden the boat pulls down. Their net caught so much fish. It was enough to pay his taxes and their taxes and their taxes. And the people that were helping them fish that night, they brought their boat over, and they were filling up both boats. And Simon gets out of the boat, and he drops to his knees in front of Jesus, and he says, depart from me. You don't know what kind of man I am. I'm a very sinful man. And Jesus tells him, pick your head up. And he looks at him, and Simon's like, what do you want from me? He said, follow me. So Simon said, I will. So him and his brother Andrew, they started following Jesus. And then he was like, before they left, he was like, hey, you, James and John, you come too. The buddies that were helping. So that is how Jesus got his first disciple. Actually gained for that day. Simon, his brother Andrew, and his friends James and John. What really gets to me is when Jesus says, do not be afraid. From now on, you will catch men. You will be a fisherman of men. There's a lot more. I could go on and on about Simon Peter, but this is the beginning. This is how Simon Peter became a disciple of Jesus.